14th of February, 2013. We're gonna get started with the euro. I basically said a few words before the recording, but let's go over it again, so there are no people who are stuck in the blind. What we defended, or at least what we think we defended, is the full halfway back short, drawn from 137.149 to the lows over here at the 13355. This thing. Unfortunately, we could not participate properly in it because it was a front run of about 18 to 20 pips, depending on your price data. And also the micro series was not the most of technical. However, we can go over it and basically identify the first levels of participation. What we had initially. Let me just get rid of the big short levels, so there are no confusions. What we had was a traditional trading from the top. That was also front run by a bit, by 4 pips. We continued basically in traditionals. This is tracking the micro series. Have in mind, tested once, tested twice. After that, went to the downside. What you normally have from here is this extension. However, you see it did not defend properly. So by tracking the micros, we found basically the anchor for the traditional retracement, which basically held to the pip. As you can see, participation level was a 134.139. And from here the series got sloppy again. So right now, and we are receiving participation from this last move, is an extension drawn from the 133822. We're going to get a catalyst in 5 minutes and we'll see if this thing holds. If you traded this, you should be riskless already. So we have issued a sell order of the euro and we anticipate that this thing is going to hold, which is basically the larger 15-minute extension measured move. Entry point is a 133.706 approximately, and your stop should be just above the 133.863. I'm pretty sure George entered this order as a limit buy. As we told you, we're going to start working only with limit orders because the market's not being the most favorable for market orders. It just needs more observation. Me and George, we had a discussion yesterday because I had a very big issue yesterday with Euro GBP, and after that, the day before that, when I was taken out from USD JPY and Euro JPY, because of the reactionary moves from the G20, and yesterday was a reactionary move because of the BOE inflation report. We were basically discussing that the micros are not working properly right now due to the fact that politics is mixing with finance, with finance. Excuse me. With finance. So we get a lot of these reactionary bullshit moves. So we're gonna start working only with limit orders, and we're gonna be emphasizing on orders which have Gartley patterns in them also, where Gartley patterns align with a 50% buy or sell level. So just continuing with the euro, pretty straightforward. Our line in the sand is a 32707. Below that, we'll be looking for the 129, which is a full halfway back. Actually, it's not a 129, it's a 128.8, if we have to be precise. That will be our full halfway back. I'm pretty sure you can see the line over here. Yeah, not much today in the morning. The figures that came out from Europe were basically terrible, and that's why we had a reaction to the downside. George is correct that probably the halfway back was not a proper take, because if we had today in the morning, if we had better than expected figures from Europe, probably would have had this to the upside. So the market a bit unclear. We'll see. This level got defended, but didn't get defended properly. If it was properly defended, should have broken out. And the fact that we got this much participation before the level means that a lot of people wanted to short it, and a lot of people wanted to be in the move, so they started shorting even before the level. Very interesting. But we'll see. This big frontman also means that a lot of the machines are not in the probably are not in the move, so they might push it, for at least a full halfway back from here. I don't know. We'll see. Depending on how things develop, if we break the 133.702, basically if we go above the 133833, we're gonna have a full halfway back on our hands. We'll see. We'll see how the market develops. Okay, guys. Any questions regarding the euro? Pretty straightforward. Nothing too difficult. Okay, Marcin, you don't have any questions? Dr. Zeds? 20 seconds to news. Is that what you mean? Yep. We're seeing some volatility. I'm watching the RAS clock. Okay, let's have a look what the euro is going to do on the news. It's going to be interesting. Let me just run my Twitter feed on my laptop. Okay, U.S. initial jobless claims, 341K versus expected 360. Continuing claims, 3114K versus expected 3205. This is supposedly bullish for the dollar. Not much of a reaction, to be honest. We'll see. Pretty much nothing. Gold doesn't like the move. The news, actually, for sure. Signals some dollar strength. Two straight lines to the downside. We're gonna have a look at it. There's some development in gold, so it will be interesting. Okay, so yep, 341 chain. Yep. Good USA print. Yep. We'll see. Okay. Let's move to the pound. Euro is just boring. Pound still trading in a direction we wanted to trade. Problem is entries are very hard to get. Trades a lot of things we don't anticipate, and just goes all over the place. As you remember, this is our big support level which we broke, the 56664. This is over here. This is not relevant anymore. Basically, what we had initially from the pound, I'm starting far away from here because I want you guys to basically see what was going on in the pound. Let me just pinpoint the. When we came down here, this was supposedly not a break of shorts, this thing. So as you can see, it got respected. This is our old extension from the 159926 to lows. As you can see, first time supposedly it broke, but after that it respected the 50% perfectly. Um, Problem with the pound is it's just trading whatever it wants. It's which signals aggressive selling in cable. However, the good thing is we managed to get into the trade. Um, what we sold into, I believe, is this extension short, drawn from 157.817. This is the B of E spike yesterday, and the consecutive downside. And after that, we have this thing trading early morning, and it's been screeching to the downside. Probably a lot of people selling these lows. Okay, euro getting a bit here. It's gonna be interesting to see. A lot of people selling the lows. As you can see, both of our retracements are down to target, and over here the series is very sloppy. So I would not recommend direct sell again. Pretty much everything is to target. It's keeping still keeping shorts right now. This is what's getting participated. Of course, have in mind the retracements are getting really small, so for sure we're gonna have a break to the upside. We expect to get the retracement of basically the same anchor new low. We're just gonna keep carrying this thing until it trades, because this is the only valid thing we have in our hands right now, and the only valid thing that we're aware of, the only anchor that we have for ourselves. If we break this thing within the pound, what I think we're going to see is a same anchor new low of the larger extension from the 1599 over here, this thing. So it will give us a participation level of the one at the 1574. Of course, such a bid would be just crazy. But yeah, possible participation, of course, upon a break of the smaller shorts we have over here, which are trading right now. A 156370. Retracements are getting really small, which means that either we need a crazy move to the downside, just violently going down, or we need a pullback so we can sell into. And this thing stopped going because a lot of people started selling it, and look how the series got sloppy. EJ longs free. Interesting. Yeah, we'll have a look at it. Okay, any questions about the pound? Yeah, Peter is right about that. Um, Peter is right. Have in mind that nothing on no longs have broken. We still have the longs in UJ, EJ, Euro USD. We still have also the longs in Euro GBP. We're gonna have a look at those things. Okay, let's go to your JPY. Pound pretty much clear. Okay, it's the party animals just walking into the office. Okay. Unfortunately, we have broken the halfway back within the larger extension in EJ. This doesn't signal anything to us besides the fact that this thing is still within range. So have in mind the larger support level at the 123.561 is still valid, and also have in mind that this is a larger long level. This is basically a daily long level, so it's not going to be so easily sold into. We're gonna have a lot of participation over here. I personally would I would love to see the EJ come back over here and maybe give me another chance of buying into it. George is saying we're gonna have a bullish bat. Ah, we have it right now. From what he sees, if he sits on his computer, maybe he can cover it. We'll see. Peter, why are you buying? Just one question, bro. Why are you buying so a bit early into the trend? You've taken the maybe the next high is what you've done. Yep, that's what you've done. You've taken the new high. You're defending a 50%. Okay, buddy. Yeah. So yeah, this could be interesting. What Peter is saying. So over here we're gonna observe the short trend, which overnight was halfway back short, halfway back short, and again halfway back short. Of course, here we should have in mind we are probably defending. Yep. This is the first 50% of the larger support level if taking the larger high. We'll see. You're gonna need a serious bit of this thing is gonna work, but what matters is that you're free, bro. Okay, we're gonna observe this thing. If we get a break of shorts, we're gonna be able to buy within the micros, and also we might even get a full halfway back, seeing how this thing is trading. You know, I mean, very slowly. So, yep. Okay, guys, any questions regarding your JPY? Still on the bullish side of this thing. Problem is a lot of bad figures from Europe don't signal a lot of euro strength. Of course, we're not fundamentalists, we're technicians, so we play what we see, not what we think. Okay, no questions? Okay, apparently not. We're gonna keep an eye on this thing. Okay, let's go to use the JPY. Okay, just waiting for the chart to backfill. Over here I have one of my crazy theories with retracements. What I think we could be holding, and because the algos just continually want traditionals within the JPY pairs. As you can see, we received pretty good participation from this traditional, which never traded. I don't know if you guys remember over here, the series was a bit sort of sloppy, didn't help properly. So maybe the algos at that point want a traditional. Unfortunately, they never got it, so they might have attached themselves to this anchor, this traditional. So we're receiving participation. Problem is we didn't hold the traditional move, you know, next in the series. Of course, this thing is still not to target. We'll see. Depends. From top, we have a full halfway back short. Yeah, EJ is trading a bullish bat officially. Yeah, this is what we have in UJ. Of course, larger support level 92,166 below us, still in play. It's not even touched. Okay, George says bullish Gartley. Finally. Okay, he's gonna talk about it when I finish. So let's just go through these pairs really quickly, and I'm gonna give you George so he can talk about the Gartleys. What is the entry on this thing? This thing's 50 UJ, you mean, Marcin? The bullish bat. George's gonna talk about that one. I'm not aware of what he's talking, to be honest. Okay. Any questions on UJ, guys? Come on. Pretty straightforward. If we don't make the case for the 50% that we held from below and the algos, is the only thing I can make a case of because we just rejected from nothing in the middle of of the retracement. Of course, you know we have a new high. I'm not gonna consider it still because I don't like the way it's trading. Still, clear. First thing we can eyeball is 50% short, which has been retested multiple times. And we never held. I think we're actually right now. Yep, we're holding a 50%, from there. So this is the first actually, but you wouldn't be too willing to sell within this range or buy. Very difficult trade over here. Of course, our bias remains to the upside. Okay, let's quickly go to Euro GBP. Okay, this thing got really slow. Okay, Euro GBP right now. What we had in our hands was and what we missed. I'm really annoyed. Was once traditional, which blew through targets. Then we traded a same anchor, new high, went to target, and right now we could make a case that we're trading again the same anchor new high. It's receiving some participation over here. If not, if this thing fails, I don't like the look of it, to be honest. But the euro might get a bit, so this could be a thing in play. We're gonna have on our hands a full 50% retracement. From the bounce over here, the 0.4484 for 17. Nothing too serious. From top, we have, I think, a series of shorts. So this is once mildly just dipped in. We're not going to consider this a break, and we continue in traditional shorts. And then you have, I presume, an extension. Series is very sloppy. We could make the case that we'll be holding the 0.861. But yeah, this thing is trading right now. I don't know, there was something wrong with my price action. I'm seeing your retracements trade over here. My whole computer probably was lacking internet, so I had problems with the price data. I'm seeing new things trade over here. So yeah, this could be it. This could be a buy in the Euro GBP. Of course, the Euro will have to get a monster bid from here. This thing actually, or actually the pound has to just get sold off massively, and the Euro just stick to its level. Either of the two. Okay, any questions regarding Euro GBP, guys? Pretty straightforward. Nothing hard. All of the retracements are very easy right now that we have. Nothing too excessive or nothing that needs price discovery or observation. Okay, gold is signaling to us that there will be no dollar strength. Let's move to gold. Interesting to see that basically reversed the 15-minute candle. There will be no dollar strength today. Gold right now trading this this extension short, drawn from 1662.90 to the downside. Tested twice, almost actually 3 times. This could make a case that this is the first time, still not reaching its target. This was the reaction we had, the 2 candles we had on the price data at the 130 mark. GMT, of course, this thing getting reversed massively. All we can say is that gold signaling to us that dollar is not bid. Gold beginning to look a bit more tradable, to be honest. You guys, we've talked about this multiple times. I'm not going to repeat it, so to bore you to death. The retracement which we're trading right now is 1754 to 1635, double test, and then we go to the downside target is 1607. Hopefully we're going to get some resolution. I'm not liking the fact that again we're reversing from the 1635 because this is a lower bound of our range. Might as well start a countermeasure move to the upside again. I don't know. Still defending this thing, but if you're sure, you definitely don't want to see this candle. Um, really annoying. Really annoying. Okay, guys. Okay. Peter continuing to enter longs. Could be. Very well. Okay, George is gonna talk about his ideas, and he reminds us that he's short UJ. We are short UJ, so not in a segment. Okay, let's just quickly go to GBP JPY. It was requested, and after I'll probably leave it to George if there are no other questions. Okay, GBP JPY breaking the series. Have in mind, I told you this, guys. We talked about this. We have reached the targets of a larger extension extension long within within GBP JPY. Participation level was the 139.233. We witnessed this, and right now we're at targets. So we might as well, if the yen, if BOJ don't come in the market, might as well see a full retracement to the downside. Next participation level will be 141. Also have in mind that the pound is not the strongest of pairs right now, strongest of currencies right now. It's getting heavily sold into. Of course, there's always the possibility we might hold a 50% within the extension. Perfectly normal. Problem is that we broke the series, if I'm not mistaken. Traditionals over here. Actually, we didn't. We're still in this thing. We could make a case for a lot of things, but having in mind we've reached the larger target of this daily long, brings the thought that we might retrace down to the 141. We'll see, depending on I was thinking we're gonna get a resolution today from BOJ. They were gonna say something interesting. Unfortunately not. They were very modest with their statements. Basically no reaction off what they said. G20 are a bunch of assholes. Yeah, I'm not gonna get into that actually. Okay, guys. Are we clear on the GBP JPY? Guess we're clear. Nobody has questions. Okay. Anything else you want me to have a look at? Anything in particular? Or I'm gonna hand you over to George, who's gonna talk about some Gartleys. Aussie dollar, yeah, sure, no problem. Actually, it is a problem because it's not been trading the best of series, but we're gonna have a look at it. We gotta make do with what we have in our hands. Okay, Aussie dollar. What we're expecting is support to come in at around the 1016 level. I was looking at it today on a daily graph, so might as well take this marginal new high. And depending on the way you draw this thing, I will, get back to this. We might have touched support already, but I doubt it with the lack of participation that we're getting over here. Sorry guys, I just need to zoom into the series. Okay. As you know, we talked about this. We had this extension which held. After that, it confirmed this. It confirmed to us that it held. I was expecting to get same anchor, new low. Actually, not same anchor, but the new retracement basically from the low of the previous retracement. That did not happen. So it took us out. Pretty nasty. And as far as we can identify right now, we are receiving some participation on the full halfway back from the 50% anchor that we know that there has been selling into. This was the anchor. This 50% was the first time. Was actually the time when we got the offer and broke the support level at the 103, at the 103.7. So as you can see right now, the 103.7 is our line in the sand. Above that, we'll have break of the series, and we're going to go for a full halfway back short. Not uncommon. Aussie wants to trade in the big levels. It likes the big levels. As you can see, did not continue the series of micro. So right now it's trading. Yeah, interesting observation. The 103.7 was the line in the sand for the larger long, and right now it's our line in the sand for the larger short. If you like the short side, you could pick it up from here, trading a full halfway back. This is pretty much the first full halfway back that we have. Also, this full halfway back aligns with the 23.6% target of the previous extension short. So you know that there has been there's no volume holes over here. There has been participation on this level, so it's a good level to participate. To be honest, we're exactly at the 50 right now, so we could see the Aussie plunge from here. Might as well, On the upside, I haven't looked at the series, so please give me a second. What looks to me, at first, first glance, what seems proper is this series of extensions holding. Goes to target, blows through targets. Of course, doesn't keep the extension, and it's traded the same anchor new high. Same anchor new high has a target above the 61.8% line of our larger short, the 103.7. So if this thing goes to target, we're going to have a turn of the trend, and probably we're going to start moving towards a full halfway back short off the top. And it's going to be a huge move. It's going to be a huge level. We're going to have a trend on our hands, basically going to the upside all the way to, let's have a look where it is, just for the sake of argument. We're going to have a counter measured move going all the way to the 104 twos. Yep. We'll see. Could be. But for now, we have a larger short. And also next in the series, traditional, which we're getting some participation on. Will be interesting to see. Linda, is it clear? Pretty easy. Yep, no problem. Anytime. Guys, anything else you want me to have a look at? Or should I give you George, who's going to cover some Gartleys? Yeah, I am recording. To be honest, I'm going to issue the, this weekend, I promise you, I'll put out the reading list for everything. I myself started reading Carney's books for Gartleys, and I answered only through the first two chapters. I answered two things about the system that that we work with. I received two answers. Why do we use the 23.6% line as a target, and etc. It's just been a rebuttal. You know that that's the target, but you don't know why that is the target. We can, whenever we do an educational webinar, I'm gonna go into that. Okay. Anything else, guys? Any questions on my part? Because I am gonna give you George, and he is gonna kill you with information. You can be sure. Last night he has had some motivational drinks, so. Okay. As far as I see, nothing. After George finishes talking, we could go through the DAX, S&P, pretty much still, a piece of what. Okay, guys. That's it for me for now. Talk to you soon. Yeah. I'm handing you George. Are you gonna stop bitching?
Hello. Ah, I don't know what you're talking about, Dr. Z. I'm a completely honest, guy, completely innocent. Didn't drink anything. I have no idea what you're talking about. Anyways, let's go to the important part of this webinar and let us cover this guardly. Now, we have right now a very good Gartley pattern. I'm not a liar. I don't know what you're talking about, Steven. We have a very nice, very good looking Gartley pattern. This is at the moment Gartley pattern. However, I'm thinking because the Urian likes bats, that we are going to make we are going to take a bat. We'll see. Now, what I have done is I have placed an order at a larger 50%, the one that Alexander covered earlier, as you can see, of this extension long, with a stop loss like 4 or 5 pips under the 88.6 line. Under the 88.6 line. Now, what I want to mention is that we are seeing some participation on the euro yen from the Gartley entry, the 0786 FIP retracement. This is marked by a perfect AB equals CD over here. Perfect AB equals CD. As you can see, uh, if I measure it, you'll see, like, I don't even have to, like, do the anchors, because I know this is perfect. And if I just do this and I get the 127 to extension, I'm sure that it's going to align right exactly where we are. So yes, right exactly where we are. Let us just for the purpose of checking. Okay, so the other point where we could recheck is quite a bit lower. I'm not liking this actually. So well, Scott Carney did say that the most important part when it comes to Gartley patterns is the 127.2 extension. The 161.8 extension is usually, at least according to Mr. Scott Carney, is a bit dodgier. So I like this pattern. I think the chances are extremely good that it's going to work. We have a perfect B point retracement at C8.2. The only thing that I'm afraid of, is that I might have already missed it, and I might be taking a double test, which double test problem is that I won't be able to get free, which is well disappointing really if it happens. Now we are seeing participation again from the Gartley level. Now okay, I'm gonna go long here with a very tight stop, long with a 15 pip stop. Let's see, 12 pip. Oh, or should I just wait? I can't. Okay, I'm gonna change. I'm gonna change things a bit. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna put the entry over here, and I'm gonna go with a stop loss under the 50, under this 50. So okay, let's see. I really would like. Would like to. I really would like to be able to get into this trade with as least risk as possible. Now this is perfect Gartley. I am just a bit afraid that I might have missed the entry, which is going to be a real pity, honestly. So the entry right now is again the low, which is 1.2402 with a stop at 1.239. So that is a 12 pip stop loss. However, something tells me that I'm not going to get filled, which is going to be quite annoying. Hmm. This is perfect Gartley, guys. Like, okay, it's really hard for me not to just press the buy button right now. Not just go, with not just not to go with a 50 pip stop, long. I'm gonna try a small long, guys. Don't judge me too much. I am sure the Doyen that is full disclosure. So, don't judge me too much if things don't go that well. Okay, so let's see, I'm gonna go long. I'm just gonna give it. It is a very good rejection from the 79%. Let's go with the 79% line of this perfect bullish Gartley. Now Lucas should be really liking this one because I think it's talking over here. Um, the way I trade Gartleys is my first profit point is always the B point, and my second profit point is whatever is within the halfway back system. That is the way I go by with Gartleys. Now, let's see if this works. Something tells me that I'm going to get stopped out, but again, more needs to be seen. I want to move to the Doyen in the meanwhile, just to quickly explain why I shorted it. This looks to me like a bearish wedge. This here I identify as wave 1. This I identify as wave 2. This I identified as wave 3. Although it's, sorry, not wave 3. Wave 4. Wait, shit. I'm a retard. Wave, okay. Wave 4. Wave 5. A complex wave B. Wave A. And I think now I have to do a C with with a minimum equality target of pretty much 92. That is the minimum equality A equals C target over there. So that is, of course, not based on anything. We are within a larger long, so I mean that shouldn't be forgotten. And the first thing is I'm quite bullish now the euro especially after seeing this Gartley. So we will see how this goes. I really just wanted to point out because right now this is quite peculiar. I mean, we have the euro dollar, which looks silly bearish at the moment, just silly bearish. It looks so bad that I cannot even, I don't want to even say how bad a euro dollar looks like right now. And I see a potential real bullishness in the euro yen, and I see real bullishness in the dollar yen, which I don't know. This is quite interesting because I mean I don't see how I can be right on both things. The only way I could be right, I could be right is if the Fed comes out and says we're gonna print 32 trillion. That is the only way that the dollar yen is gonna go down and the euro yen is gonna go up. At least I don't think there is anything else that could actually get this going. Anyways, this trade is we are holding micro measured move shorts. Uh, let's Let me just check. Yep, we are holding them to the pip. We are holding to the micro measure move shorts. This trade is free. You can see that this is a perfect retest of this bearish wedge, which was wave B. Um, yeah, it also looks like pretty decent pretty decent head and shoulders. I agree as well. Although like I can identify probably like several. Now, I really don't know how this is going to work out because, again, I will be honest, I like the potential of this Gartley on the euro yen. One position is going to work, the other position is not going to work. In a sense, I'm a bit hedged. However, regardless, whichever position works, I do know that I have targets above us of at least 100 pips. So, like, given the fact that my dollar yen short is already free, as you guys know, because I think some people took it, it was an order sell. The order was to sell over here the moment it broke the trend line. It got free instantaneously. Retraded, the broken neckline. This is potentially a Kim setup. So I don't know. One of these trades will work out for sure. I just don't know which one. If this one gets stopped out, this is going to be 12 pip stop, I think, which is not a big deal. The other thing, I have first objective, of 925, which is the minimum objective, which is pretty much like 100 pips, which is, I would say, pretty decent. The, on the on the Aussie dollar, just wanted to show this. Now we have the same situation as yesterday. A very small bullish bat over here again. Guys, it's getting a lot of participation. Annoying, very annoying piece of shit, sorry. I have to say, it is. I mean, I'm sorry for the cursing, but I mean, come on. This is just not normal price action. This is, I don't know what it is. This is just annoying. And this bat looks really weak. It probably had one of its wings crippled or something. I don't know. But check this, guys. It's like somebody chopped this bat wing, one of the right wing of the bat off. Anyways, on the dollar yen, the euro yen, that is pretty much it. Bullish Gartley over here. This is a perfect Gartley. I mean, in my opinion, you don't get any better looking Gartleys than this. Everything is perfect here, so hopefully we didn't reach the minimum objective. Well, actually, you can make a case that we already reached the minimum objective of the Gartley, the B point. That is the way I Gartleys, with the B point being the first objective. So maybe I am jumping on a trade that's already done. However, I like it. I like it too much not to trade it. I've been missing all these great patterns on the euro yen over and over and over and again after identifying them. So I would rather take a chance this time. Now, quickly, I want to go to the pound dollar. Now, we are still short the pound dollar. Break underneath this white line will expose targets all the way down to the 153s. My target on this long will remain 1.53. Either I'm gonna get it or I'm gonna walk away with gross profit of 120 pips. I don't care which one. Uh, our add-on didn't get executed, the one that I posted. It is just the next daily wonk. I identified the longs that we held. Now we held an extension short. Shit. We held an extension short over here. We started blowing through targets. So you immediately draw from this low to new lows. The next extension short. It didn't fill us. It only filled shorts once. And I think it might be best to remove the order at this point. It might be best to remove the order at this point. I'm going to think a bit on this account and I'm going to let you guys know what to do on this. And so pretty much, uh, I would like to see a daily close below. I would like to see a daily close below the 1.55 mark on the pound dollar. I would like to see the next daily candle, CMRC, I'd like to see the next daily candle to open beyond the 1.55 mark as well. So let's see how this goes. I am very bearish on the pound. However, I have to recognize the possibility that we are going to see some type of sharp retracement higher. Potentially, we could go all the way to this channel top. I don't know who sent me a video of somebody doing some edit wave stuff that was talking about this. I think it was cover. So yes, this is indeed a possibility. We could see a very sharp, move to the upside. This is not going to be in any ways a surprise. This quickly just I just quickly wanted to update the situation on the pound dollar. Now, before we move on, I want to quickly outline what's going on with the euro dollar. Euro dollar going perfectly along the lines of what we said on the 1st of February. Everybody said on the 1st of February, and just to IQ before that, you can even go back to the webinars. We said that perfectly in an ideal world, we will be going all the way halfway back long after the second drive pattern is completed. Now, the way I see it is just because this is starting to look a bit sharpish. Maybe just considering the symmetry required in drive patterns, there is the possibility to reject at the 1.318 mark on the euro dollar and then do the run to the 1.2 to the 1.4s. Now, I want to cover this on this chart. This is my patterns chart, if you want to say. Though most of you know, I was long the euro dollar yesterday. I was free and I got stopped out. Unfortunately, I wasn't awake to short it. This is wave A. Now this is a confirmed wave A. That was in a 5-wave downs. In a 5-wave down, which means that I kind of have to fix my wave count. Now this was just wave 3 over here. This was wave 3. This was wave 4. This was wave 5. This was wave 1, and you get it. So this was wave 1, wave B. Wave B was a complex zigzag. On what did I get just stopped now? Oh, I got stopped on the euro yen, I think. Yep, minus 12 pips. What a pity. Let's see how this goes. So I'm gonna get a fill at the perfect level. I think I'm gonna get a fill at the perfect level that I'm interested at. And if that doesn't work, then I don't think there's much to do on the euro yen. Euro dollar, yeah, looks like a flag, but oh, honestly, Lucas, I wouldn't be getting particularly aggressive here. We are holding an extension short. If that makes any difference for you, drone with this anchor. We are holding an extension short, so shorts are in control at the moment. Shorts are in control, and they're also front running aggressively the short levels. Let me check what SK just said. Sent. Yes, SK. That's what I've been thinking as a possibility uh, as well. But I have a particular reason why I like this 50 over here. Uh, did I just close my webinar? No. Um, we have to be careful, you know. I am going to do this with very tight stops. I'm just front running this long level a bit. I'm front running this level. Okay, let me just change the order again. I think my platform crashed again. Uh, guys, I think my platform did crash. Let's go with an 8 pip stop loss. Can you guys hear me actually? What the fuck? Yep, my platform is crashing. Perfect. What the fuck? Абе, я се успокоя малко. Okay, I have no idea what the hell is going on. I think I've managed to fix it. Um, yep, shorts aren't broken, as Steven has said. We will see. I am to be actually very cautious here. I'm going with 8 pip stop loss. Front running the 50 of this thing. I don't know. We'll see. I have to say, I am a bit swayed generally of how this thing looks like. I'm not liking it. The problem is that I both like the Euro yen and I both like the Dollar yen, so it's a bit hard for me to say which one I like more. The thing that worries me when it comes to the Euro yen is that perhaps this was the level they took. You had the first target trade, and you know that was about it. So hopefully that's the issue. Hopefully that's not the issue. Anyways, back to the euro dollar, guys. I'm just going to monitor the euro yen on my other screen. Uh, what I wanted to cover on the euro dollar, I don't know if I posted a chart on this yet. Now, there is a very widely in development over here, guys. Um, I'm guessing this is the inverted head and shoulders. Yes, I'm just going to remove this. I'm just going to remove this neckline. It's really not needed. Uh, Okay, I think I'm going to remove the short orders on the euro dollar as well. What I wanted to point out is now, if you go and you take all the way halfway back long, you know, this is the next valid swing entry for a long. Yeah, it's way more valid than the 1.335. That is why Alexander did on like 1.335 to begin with. Now, I like this because if I do this, uh, I try to go for equality target. Equality target of A equals C, you will see that A equals C pretty much aligns exactly, almost exactly, with the halfway back, guys. This is the equality target, A equals C. A equals C, equality target, pretty much over here. Now, it won't be the first time when equality target was not reached perfectly, you know. It happens occasionally that the C wave is a bit smaller than the A wave and stuff like that, or perhaps some people would argue that this over here was the B wave. It really doesn't make any difference to me how it is or what it is. I just know that when this happens, we are going to have a bullish Gartley. And let me remove the bullish butterfly. It played out perfectly, guys. That was a very nice play. Very nice bullish butterfly. All I know is that we are going to have a pretty decent bullish Gartley over there. The only problem is that it doesn't have a perfect B-point retracement, which could actually mean that we have a bat instead. So the way I view it is there are two potential patterns, a bullish Gartley over here, and if you want just take my word that it's around here, let me just show you the tips. Okay, so either a bullish Gartley, you know, like something like over here. Again, the problem with this Gartley is that the B point is not perfect, and Scott Carney was pretty specific on those. So what we might actually have is a bullish bat, which will mean that the euro dollar will almost retrace to the low of the year and reject from it. So if this is the case, the bullish bat comes in at the 1.308 mark, 1.308. Now the bullish bat I think looks much better than the Gartley, but because the halfway back long, actually both are valid patterns. You know, the first pattern aligns with the halfway back long. The second pattern with the 50%. The second pattern aligns with the 61.8 line. So the way I'm gonna do it is I'm gonna take the 50% with stop that is within a decent range of the potential reversal zone on the Gartley, and I'm going to take another order, which is from underneath, which is with the 88.6 of this, you know, like with the bat scenario, again with the stop under the 61.8 line. So that is pretty much my trade plan. I think this looks pretty good. I mean, in my opinion, it's pretty freaking good. I would say you don't get this much clearness usually. So that is how I view things. Just gonna do it with two orders again. One order the halfway back and one order at 8 the 88.6 line. Now both orders are pretty much with uh, yeah, pretty much both are with 30 pip stops. I'm relatively certain I am going to easily be able to get free, and that is pretty much all that matters to me. Getting free from there on, if I get a lot of upside or a lot of downside, it's pretty much a gift. So let's. I'm not really gonna, you know, like count on too much. Any questions with what I've said? I hope people get my point on the euro dollar. By the way, this is a Gartley. If I were to take it from over here, because it looks much nicer since it is closer. It's closer B point retracement to the 61.8 line, which would mean that we are going to have an exact Gartley at pretty much a halfway back. Pretty much a halfway back. I'm gonna use as a stop loss the equal C equality target. So I'm gonna go with a little bit under a equal C equality target. And just in symmetry, time of perspective, it should be, yeah, something like that. So this rally should hold in a couple. This downside should unfold in a couple of days. Let's just see how long did this take. I think this took like a week. So this means that if I take this like this, uh, yeah, pretty much, this should be done by the 17th of February. So in 3 to 4 days, okay, so 3 to 4 days, that is obviously we have the holidays. So pretty much by Wednesday, Tuesday, we should have the downside completed. We should have the downside completed. Just saying, guys, just saying. Doesn't mean it will happen, but that's how it looks like. You know, because you do strive for perfect symmetry when it comes to AB equals CD, you know, especially in a Gartley pattern, which means that it is price and time symmetric, something that I've noticed a lot of people don't take into account. And Usually the reason why their Gartleys don't work very well. Uh, the symmetry, the price and time symmetry, in my opinion, is actually the thing that makes Gartleys harmonic patterns in general, but especially Gartleys, especially Gartleys and free-ride patterns, as successful as they are, because the price symmetry really says something about the market. So the Euro yen didn't fill me, which is pretty annoying, guys, but it happens. What can you do? This is it stopped me and it's reaching higher. Whatever, guys. I'm not gonna take new trades right now. If it goes up, I'm sure that I am going to have an opportunity to get long. I'm just quite upset because this is a perfect Gartley, guys. This is a perfect Gartley. I rarely see such good Gartleys. I have to be honest. It's very rare that you see such good Gartleys. I mean, this market is a bit imperfect. Even from a perspective, I think of the even like it is not 100% symmetrical in time, from what I can see. It's not 100% symmetrical in time. If I check it like that, yes, it's not, but I think it's decent enough. I think it's decent enough. So in reality, it should look a bit more like this, but I still think it looks freaking gorgeous. So that's my opinion on the Urian. I might actually take some market longs if this gets going. I will post them on the position updates. I might just start building a position with one-to-one leverage to my account size, so reduce the risk and so on. Just for just in order to be careful. Uh, yeah, and that's pretty much it, guys. That's pretty much it. All I gotta say other than that is that there yesterday I was thinking of this triangle. Today I'm starting to think that we are going to have another awkward. Now I really don't think that this is anything more than a correction. So I'm thinking that we could have some kind of a very awkward corrective triangle on the yen, on the euro yen. We will see how this goes. Uh, in a sense, I think it will depend also on what the euro dollar does. Will also depend on what the euro dollar does. This is a bit. Maybe we are now starting a new triangle. I don't know, guys. We will see. I have a feeling this is a triangle simply because we are seeing a very clear range-bound market. Very clear range-bound market, which means that I'm gonna go over USD CHF, Melinda, no problem. This is a very clear range-bound market because we are failing longs and shorts over and over again. It's very dangerous, by the way. That's why we have to be extremely picky with our entry levels. Oh, the pound. Whoa, there goes the pound. Nice one. Oh, hammer to the downside. Well, we don't get filled on our add-ons. I am removing the add-ons. Let me just quickly put the alert that we are removing the add-ons. Uh, we'll be looking to add later. So currently the position we took yesterday is floating 100 pips. Uh, this is the first position in a while I've been able to take, through an entry and so on. Actually, 82 pips, sorry. That has been getting more, how can I say, more of a development. Been getting stopped out for 40, 30 pips lately quite often. It's only normal, especially after a big winning streak. We will see what the Dorian does. The Dorian, again, I just want to outline this. This is the first target on the Dorian. I really have no idea how this is going to happen, especially with me being bullish on the Euro yen. One is going to work, the other is not going to work, and I can promise you this. I can promise you one of these setups is going to work, the other won't. The thing is that, from a technical perspective, since I don't trade on correlations, this really doesn't mean much to me. I am just taking the setup as I see it. So what I wanted to point out here on the Urian is I continue to be taking some kind of an awkward triangle, maybe a bearish, bullish wedge, very sharp, a very steep sloped wedge, something like that. We had this, I don't know if you guys remember, we had this kind of a wedge over here. Now, actually, this might be weird, actually, pointing out, guys. Do you see the similarity between this and this, excluding the range? Don't, everybody sees the similarity, right? The similarity is just a color. So this is just, if this is so, we have like a 2000 pip rally in front of us. We have a 2000 pip rally when this concludes. Guys, can everybody see this? Can everybody see this? I'm gonna, this over here, the same as this over here. Can everybody see this? Do you see the fractal similarity? So I'm thinking something like that, guys. Now, one thing I like to point out, the reason why I'm being the reason why okay, I am a very stubborn guy. You guys know I continue to be buying the euro yen over and over and over and over again, and my end results, and Matthew is here because he saw me float 4 times or 3 times positions over, making over 100 pips. I am at a big huge break even on the euro yen for the week. I don't care. I am going to continue doing what I do until I get it right. That is my style. You know, there are people who give up. I'm not that type of person. This is my style. This is my style. I go I go after to the maximum. I don't care about getting stopped out. I don't care about going break even. I don't care about all that shit. Oops. I don't care about all that stuff. I am trading the setups. I have a pretty strong conviction that this is going to be some type of a wedge now at this point. Also, what I've noticed when it comes to the euro yen is it is even better than the dollar yen in terms of fractals. Uh, in terms of Gartleys, pardon me. Seriously, I have yet to see the euro yen not respect a Gartley pattern. If there is a Gartley, it makes it free. So that is actually that is partially the reason why I'm a bit afraid of this Gartley over here, because it might have already made everybody free, and now I'm on the side that gets screwed, you know, which is never a fun thing, but it is indeed a possibility, you know. Even yesterday, guys, I don't know if I mentioned it, we came down from a berry shark, so I'm pretty sure I mentioned it. Yep, I'm pretty sure I mentioned it. The shark was over here, like that. It was the opposite of the shark we identified over here. I don't know if you guys. Okay, let me. I know that some people are actually gonna find this quite amazing, so I'm gonna do it just for the fun of it. And guys, you can trust me on the FIPS. I'm not gonna draw the FIPS over and over and over again. There really is no point of that. They are correct. You can be certain they are correct. I I don't like nowadays. I don't even need to you know to look that much at them. I just know how the FIPS should look like, how they should align. So this is the bullish shark. This is the bearish shark we came down from yesterday. And everybody who tells me that sharks are not good patterns can send me an email. I'm gonna have a face-to-face conversation with him. Anyways, and we also the shark that I identified over here, the shark we came up from was over here. So guys, seriously, sharks are amazing patterns, and you really should be trading those. I mean, seriously. I don't know, like if you can see, this might be a bit messy, but I'm sure that everybody should be able to see them. This is the bullish shark over here. It took us 108 pips higher, and this bearish shark took us like probably 400 pips lower. Oh, okay, not 400, but 200 and something. So just saying, guys, just saying. Always draw the 88.6. Told this yesterday. Do I feel bad about not shorting it? Nope. Uh, do I want to go long? Yep. So we will see what goes around. And of course, I do. Of course, he had to get stopped out. Sure. When they double up, you should call them panda patterns. Okay. I am going to be stingy over here on the Euro. I have identified this bullish Gartley, and I am going to take a micro move. Okay, guys, this is a micro long, I think, over here. Now, you are going to see me do a MacJew. Yeah, you are going to see me do a MacJew. You saw me see a Max Jewish setup yesterday. Uh, I think pretty much we got free and we got stopped out. Now let's see if the same thing happens here. So we are holding uh, probably 30-second micro measured move long. So I'm gonna go long with a 5 pip stop. Whoa, this is not 5 pips, man. Why is it so expensive? I'm not liking this. Okay, I'm gonna give it a try. However, I'm going to give it a try. Quickly in the money, actually, very interesting. No, this is not 100 pips. So my stop loss is another 10 pips. I am looking to get free really quickly if possible. If not, I'm gonna get stopped really quickly as well. So let's see. Uh, nope. Uh, we are holding a short as well. It doesn't look particularly good. Okay, I'm gonna reduce my leverage by 2/3 over here. I think 2/3 for minus 2 pips, just in case. Not a participation, but I'm just not liking it. So we'll see how this goes. Nah, I missed the entry. That's the problem. Otherwise, guys, the micro longs did get free. Now, of course, you probably need to be insane like me or an algorithm to be able to trade that micro measured move, but still. Uh, I wanted to cover something else in the meanwhile. Uh, I just can't remember what it was. Oh, the cable is sliding quite crazy. That is what I wanted to cover. Well, not like crazy, but I'm liking this. I'm liking this. We are breaking decisively below the 1.55 line, guys. Now, oh, Melinda, yeah, please remind me. I'm a bit retarded, you know. Okay, give me a second. It's not gonna work. That's why I decided to decrease the leverage a bit. Okay, so the dollar franc. Uh, well, what can I say? Perfectly technical setup. We had this wonk. Interestingly, it failed and retraded the previous setup. I don't know why, but it did. We had extensions which held and turned out to target. So we now have the potential to start new extensions with, well, they failed. So that's it. We had a Melinda. We had a halfway back wonk over here. Hold. Let me just make it a bit clearer. We had this halfway back wonk over here. Hold. And then we had this. By the way, Alex Collins. Oh, he actually left. Okay. I saw him and I wanted to tell him to check it. So Um, what I wanted to say was Melinda halfway back long, two target, holds again. I don't know why it holds this test, but it did, which I'm guessing is important. Then we had an extension. You can see, Melinda, this extension went to target, I think, just today. So now we have the potential for the same new high to trade, or we have the potential for a next in the series longs. So we will see which support. Now, I'm not, technically speaking, this is the valid level to buy. However, we could very well hold this micro long. Oh, actually, Melinda, I don't know if I'm not. Is this a halfway back long that we held yesterday overnight? Sorry, Melinda, I have to make sure. Yep, we held. Okay, so I have the potential for an extension from here, but this one failed. Well, yeah, so there is a potential now for this level to hold. The pretty much all 92, but we are in a series of micro measure move longs. To the down, we have broken counter measure move short from this top, which is very important. Now, oh no, wait. We are holding the short, guys. We are still holding the short. Well, Melinda, this changing things a bit, changes things a bit. Okay, sorry, dear. No changes. Huh. Okay. This looks like a bearish butterfly over here. Let me just check. Yep, bearish butterfly, I think. So let me just set the 127.2 extension. I'm not rejecting from it. So this looks like a bearish butterfly as well. A bit awkward, in terms of shape, but eh, you cannot strive for perfectionism all the time, especially within patterns, if they are visual representations of something. Actually, this butterfly looks very good. We This butterfly has pretty much reached its minimum target objectives. Mm, well, Melinda, the way I see it is, in my opinion, because we haven't broken shorts just yet. No, we haven't broken this short. And keep in mind that this is a micro short, really. This is not a bigger short. I mean, we cannot just yet go 100% bullish. There is a battle over the trend, so the way I view it is you kind of have to pick a side. You kind of have to pick a side. There are valid longs, there is a valid series of longs, and there is a valid series of shorts. So you are going to have to pick a side. You're going to have to pick a side. You're going to have to pick a side and decide if you want to be a bullish or bearish. Personally, I prefer buying a dip over here. To me, it looks like we should have a bit more upside, at least. And genuinely, I'm bearish the franc. I do anticipate S&P to do something stupid eventually. So I am bearish the franc. Matthew doesn't like that, by the way. Uh, I'm checking. Uh, this looks potentially like a bearish flag or some sort of a bearish wedge. Could be a bearish wedge, to be honest. Honestly, clear series of measured move longs. So if you want to play it on the safe side, uh, this is the extent. This is the extension mode that you should be looking at, in my opinion. Uh, you should get free on whatever you trade. So a bit of a tough decision over here. A bit of a tough decision. So there is one level of bullish participation over here now. I don't think that one is going to hold. I think that maybe this is the next level to buy the 0.918. Again, speaking purely technical, from purely technical perspective, uh, resistance, shorts are still valid. So until shorts are broken, like you are pretty much picking a side and just saying, I prefer the long side, Alexander. Would you agree or disagree with what I have said on the dollar franc? Alexander was. What Alexander is saying, I think this might be actually pretty important to say. What Alexander is saying is pretty much that the best way, the best thing to do is probably to wait. Now, Melinda, I do want to point one thing out. The dollar franc is pretty much doing the opposite of the euro dollar now again. I don't know how the euro franc is really holding up. I really am starting to get a bit confused with this whole franc thing. Like the euro franc is hold. It's the Swiss, yeah, man. Exactly. Uh, I don't. I really have no idea how the euro franc is down only 50 pips on a day on which the euro dollar is down 200 pips, and the euro franc is also up quite significantly. So the euro franc is up 150 pips. I don't know. I don't get it. Like I really don't get it. The Swiss have officially confused me. Swiss, well, hell, man. Uh, and yeah, and I don't know, like just thinking from it from the euro dollar perspective, and the euro dollar now looks pretty bearish. Um, you are probably going to see more upside in the dollar franc. That upside is probably gonna end up in a larger short level. Probably, probably is a very important. And I have no idea what's going on, but the market is liking it. Okay, guys, something going on. The euro dollar just decided to go up 20, 30 pips out of nothing. Of course, the euro yen went up as well after, load me again. This looks like a this looks like a bearish flag. Guys, I am going to probably short the 1.37s. Not probably, I am going to short the 1.37s. There is no play over here. This is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to short the 1.37s. I'm going to short the 1.37s with a 15 pip stop loss. With a 15 pip stop loss. So let's see how that goes. Uh, I'm just afraid, just slightly afraid that I might get run over. It is a valid worry, to be quite frank. Why? Yeah. This is So if they are going to, if they're going to refrain from doing competitive evaluation, I'm wondering what does that mean for the. I don't get it. Does that mean they're gonna do, they're gonna let the BOJ do what they want it to do? I don't know, man. Yeah, but the yen is going up on this news. It's going down. They're not doing competitive evaluation. That is actually true. Yeah, I have to agree. Actually, that is true. What the BOJ said is true. I mean, I don't think that what Japan did is doing is competitive evaluation. As a matter of fact, I think that they should have done this probably 10 years ago. And maybe they wouldn't be in a fucking crisis right now. I mean, freaking crisis, just so you know. Yeah. As for the Dover Frank, uh, I think that everybody should watch this video. I don't know if you like the guy, Bill Mayer. He's very funny. Everybody should watch this stand-up comedy. Okay, I'm giving you Alexander back. I really got better to say at this point. Gartley on the euro dollar at a full halfway back long. We have a bullish Gartley on the euro yen. The pound remains in a very clear series of shorts. We are looking for a 300-400 pips trade over here. The euro dollar, I have short entries. The euro yen, let's see how this goes. We have identified the very clear pattern over there. On the dollar franc, we have a bearish butterfly into potentially a larger extension long. So that is pretty much all I have to say. Guys, I'm giving you back Alexander. He said he wants to share something with you. I'm sorry if I was a bit slow, a bit like untalkative. Uh, it is because I did kind of go out yesterday evening. So I'm giving you Alexander back.
Okay, guys. Just a few words. Me and Steven, this is what I see on your Aussie, and what we've, basically what I wanted to talk about. Very quickly, very simple. Um, I have some theories over here, but coming back to the inverted head and shoulders that we talk about, a few times. For me, there is a very valid entry if we use this anchor. Looks pretty good. I know that this next in the series traditional was basically broken, but after that we, went to the upside. Sort of got respected. Maybe my price data is just not working properly. Gotta double check this with TOS. But looks very good to me because the 50% aligns perfectly with the halfway back over here. Just a second, guys. George wants to. Yeah, that's what I think is next in the series.
You think so?
What Peter says, yeah. That's what I said in the beginning. Yeah, that's what I see, bro. Steven, this is really, 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 possible. For me, having in mind that we're gonna have this, sort of a large correction to the downside. Um, if it goes below 126.5, I don't think they're gonna be able to push it up again properly. Another thing just came to mind right now. It's the first time we reacted of the 50%, and I'm drawing this anchor right now. This is just more more of a George removing the Euro Yen orders. This is more of a fictional type of thing. We could be receiving some participation. Of course, we need a break of shorts over here to confirm anything. I'm just saying this on the top of my head, what I'm considering. Um, Pretty easy. But yeah, this is what I like the most. But I don't know if you've had a look at this, Steven. I hope he's in the webinar still, or he hasn't muted me or something. This looks, to be honest, looks very good. And also aligns, basically, we're not going to dip below this level. We have the major double top over here. Steven, are you in here? Of course, this is for consideration for all of the other subscribers. This is just Steven is a passionate trader is passionate regarding Euro Aussie. Okay. Just waiting on Steven to pull up his chart. Let's see what he has in mind. Okay. I think you guys can see what he has up his sleeve. So you're considering as a long entry the 1277, I presume. 50% over here. Yep. That that's what we're looking at. Pretty much the same thing. Absolutely. 1277, and I have, yep, 127760. Yep. Same thing, Steven. I'm gonna be in this for sure this time. I'm not gonna slack around with yen pairs. I'm just gonna trade Euro Aussie. I'm gonna let George fight the BOJ. Okay, guys, I just wanted to quickly share this with you. It is a very good trade. We have classical technical pattern in our favor, which is the enormous inverted head and shoulders, which we've discussed. Neckline aligns perfectly with the 50%, and this off top looks very strange, and I'm sure there is some Gartley which we can identify. Yep. Okay, guys. What stop loss I plan to use? Well, I'm not gonna be using the full for sure. 20, 25 pip stop loss. Minimum leverage. Sounds good. We're gonna issue this order because I'm pretty sure George is gonna also wanna be in this thing. Euro Aussie buy 127.76 with what stop loss?
No, by 127. Which these people.
140 for stop loss.
What the fuck, man? You go with 1 to 1 leverage.
Yeah, okay, if you go to 1, but why 127, George? Why not 127.6?
Yeah, because that's where the neckline is more properly corrected where the bullish path is.
What do you mean, man? Come over.
Значи там е bullish button, бе, чакай да погледам.
Okay, because it's just that me and Steven are looking at the same thing, George. Let's say more.
Вашите КПП си не интересуват.
George, George just said that he's not interested in our halfway backs. I don't know.
Чакай, пише тоже. Да, ето, неговият представител. И
George is Batman now. Yeah. Uh, yeah, but I gotta say, man, these Garthleys really work. Seriously. Um, I'm probably gonna sit down and work with them. And what I like about them is that they're the opposite of basically what the halfway back system is. So I can be in both, both directions. To be honest, I like what George was talking about, the long and the 132 level, or the 130 1/8. Was it George? The 131/8. Um, because I think that we're at that point we would need a retracement because we're gonna break the halfway back long, which we received participation from, and we're gonna go for a halfway back short again next in the series. So, yep, I'll show you what I'm talking about. And what George is saying, can you just post the chart in the chat, please, George? Just for the sake of argument right now. Okay, George says he's gonna change his entry to 127. George is gonna put this on Z&S updates and also in the chat room, I presume. We're just gonna wait a bit for him. Steven said you should reconsider when you're sober. And on occasions when you've been sober, you've considered it? Yes, Melinda, of course, right away. Until we're waiting for George to. Your question is, what is your question? Let me just look up in the chat. Next entry in GPUZ short. Okay. Okay, so this is the thing that we had. This is basically the reaction that we had yesterday. Sorry, let me just draw it properly. This is where the original entry should have been. Of course, I was anticipating something different. This is where all of you guys hopped in on the move. So just carrying it to the downside. Okay, Larian looks like it's going to our favor probably. So Melinda, I don't know. To be honest, I personally, when you reached this when you reach the target of this larger short setup, I personally would like to see you just carry it down until it starts doing a pullback. You would know that it starts to pull back the moment it breaks the most recent short, which at this point is just carrying down micros. And at this point, I think it's this one. No, it's this one, the larger one, I presume. We talked about this in the beginning of the webinar. Doesn't matter. Yep, it's this thing right now. So has a target of 1574, 154746. Excuse me. And if you break, at some point, next thing is going to be this. You're going to have a resist point at the 155.2, and if that breaks, you're just going to drag your, extension. This thing needs at some point a pullback. It needs a pullback. Okay, George is screaming dollar yen. I see your USD is getting kicked in the teeth. And yeah, dollar yen going to George got free on the short. Guys, we're coming into the participation level of the halfway back extension, 50% of the extension. Um, I just said something contradictory. It's not a halfway back extension, the 50% of the extension. And also there's, participation regarding a Gartley level. Melinda was very hard to get the original entry over here, this thing. This is where you guys hopped in on the trend. I wasn't in the office yesterday. I was taking a breather. This is where you guys hopped in. It was the extension. So we'll see. You guys might get lucky, and this thing just plummets probably, properly to the downside. Um, yeah, we're considering this at the moment. The largest pullback I think we're gonna have is whatever low we have. This will be your anchor, 157827. Just drag it to anywhere the thing goes. It's the only safe thing we have in our hands right now in GPUSD. Does that um, does that answer your question, Melinda? Mm-mm.
I'm gonna go quiet. You want to come over? Yeah. Okay, just give me a second. Може само да кажеш на всички, които са долу 99.5 вземат моята.
For everyone who's in dollar yen, take one half right now, or
Не, 129.5. 199.5.
92.5. Take half off over there. Whoever is in the yen right now. George is happy. Okay, guys. If there's we couldn't take a proper look at George's chart regarding the Eurazi. We couldn't make the argument over here, like a proper scandal. Me and Steven, against George. Maybe a few punches under the belt, etc. Melinda, I promise you, whenever we have a proper entry for the pound, we are gonna post it. Because right now the series is very sloppy. You wouldn't want to be in this thing right now over here. So guys, thank you for participating.